How is it that we can keep cutting down trees all over the earth? When I looked at what used to be pristine forests and see these power lines running through these forests, it disgusts me to see what used to be a primordial forest is now cut a swath through the trees where all these power lines are. We have the technology. We have easily the technology to bury all lines, whether they're telephone lines or power lines. We do have that technology. So why don't we use it? Why do we have to keep cutting down more trees to make space for power lines or for even farms, whatever? I mean, there's an overpopulation that's causing us to cut down trees all the time to make more food. But in this case, it's really about the beauty of the forests. When I lived the last place I lived in Täby, Sweden, there was this beautiful, beautiful forest where all the Viking ruins were. And they had these power lines going right through that beautiful forest. And the same thing I see every time I go down to Stockholm. I see all the trees, just the trees cut down for whatever reason. And trees are the second most important thing on Earth to give oxygen to the planet. The first one is plankton. That's the first one, but trees are the second. We have to start protecting our trees. We can't keep cutting them down for no reason. I think it's important that people wake up and smell the roses or smell the coffee and start using, let's say, artificial wood products instead of cutting down trees to get the wood, and really start making an action in your community to make the power companies start digging trenches in the ground between the trees and not cutting down these swaths of trees. Trees are very, very important to us, and we cannot continue to cut them down, whether for farm usage, cattle usage, or anything. Let's go back to being more natural. The cattle in a factory farm that's not natural at all. They're not even the same animals that came originally from the historical times when other animals were looked like cows, but the cows were derived from them. But the point here really is that all of the stuff that's happening is really damaging the earth, and we have to save the earth. We have to save the earth. We have to save the earth by developing technologies which are not harming the earth. But first of all, let's try to stop cutting down the trees, because it is the second most important source on our planet to actually be able to have oxygen. And we got to stop poisoning the seas, because the plankton is also starting to die, and we're going to just suffocate. That's actually what will happen. We will suffocate. Without trees and without plankton, we won't be able to live on this planet anymore. So please, 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 try to stop this senseless cutting down of trees. Thank you for listening.